What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? I know I'm here a little early today, but we got a special show for you guys today. We're going to talk a few things. I have my girl Ebbs, and I also have Kamisha Reviews here with us. Let me bring everybody up. What's up, Ebbs? I see you
Hey,
with that new her. I see you with
I'm
the new
trying.
her,
I'm
honey.
trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Hey,
That's
Kamisha,
so
how
cute.
are you?
Yes, hello, hello.
Oh, what does this do? How's everybody doing? Happy Monday to everybody.
Yes, I'm off.
Happy Monday.
Thank
Take it
God.
off. I
What's
can
up,
halfway.
Xavier? Hey, Shina. Xavier, I'm glad to see you. Tell me what time works for you tomorrow when I do my 90-day fiance live. I want to make sure you can make it in the room, okay? Xavier said Abby, aka Donna Summers, honey.
She is. I mean, that flip has got me. Okay. I'm like, come on, Evie.
She is giving it. She is giving it.
Y'all need to see
Yeah,
me.
she's so cute.
All right, let me put this on my wall.
That your dress had me. I was like, okay. You know, I'm a big boy. I was like, I saw her in
Shout
the
out to
chat. I said, I got
Amazon.
some makeup
Thank you.
on. Look,
Listen,
I
you
was so
know,
proud to tell her.
I understand because that's how I am, and I need to get back to doing it regularly because I got too much damn makeup over there for me not to be wearing it.
Exactly.
Um, I do. I really do. Listen, I can't find, after all that I went through, I can't find the foundation right.
I struggle with that too, but
Well,
I
no, what
found
happened was I had ordered the right foundation and I used
okay.
it for the wedding. So it's somewhere, she did not go black screen on me. It's somewhere mixed up with all the wedding stuff. Listen, that stuff got so, you know how it is when you got the wedding, is this
Yes.
one, that one. So I have it. I didn't throw it away or anything. It's just
You
mixed
don't know
up
where it's
somewhere.
at. Got you.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
and all the wedding stuff. So I'll find it. But I'm gonna go put some makeup on. What day was that? One day last week, and baby, I picked up that wrong foundation, and I went, "Oh no, 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 no!"
She said, nah, not today,
It was
honey. No.
not the answer. Okay, anytime
Mm-mm.
between 4 and 6. Okay, no problem, Xavier. I just want to make sure because I know you've been waiting for me to do it, so I wanted to make sure it was at a time that you were going to be able to join us. Okay, I might even send you the link, Xavier, because I know you got opinions, baby. I know you got opinions. All right, so listen, you guys. Today we're going to talk a little bit of put a ring on it. For those who do not know, I know y'all know Ebbs, but for those who do not know Kamisha Review, she is also a blogger. Let's just say the hardest working blogger over on YouTube, honey.
Listen.
Always getting the exclusive. If y'all are not subscribed, I don't have a mod in the chat right now, but we're gonna definitely make sure we drop her link a few times so that you guys can make sure. Now, just give us a rundown because I don't want to be wrong. Tell us what you review so
Oh
people
Lord.
know what they need to come and check out for you.
Uh
All of it.
Yeah, pretty much all.
it's too
but
many. I
but what
take on
I,
a swear.
that's like me when people ask me what I'm reviewing. But I'm gonna say this: what I do like, and I've said this before, what I like about Kamisha's channel is one because you review shows that are a little out of the box. When I say out of the box, I know there are other channels that do it, but I mean as far as our little review
Yes.
sector of reviewers,
Mm-hmm.
you do Big Brother, you do the challenge, you do it was another one. Do you do the Amazing Race? I don't know if you do the
Now
Amazing
I do the circle. I kind of branch over
Race.
Netflix a little bit. The circle. I love love is blind. I kind of
Okay.
venture out because we do the like you said in our little circle. We do those, and I understand that, but as I found out recently, you can't always work with our people. We have to sometimes branch. I hate to say it,
No,
we have
it
to
is what it
sometimes
is.
branch out because working with our people, I'm finding out now that it can be a little shisty. It's
Well,
fun. I can work with the outside of our color zone,
Right.
and I don't
Right.
get as many issues. That's unfortunate.
Right. You do a lot of
So
the own shows. You do Ready
yes,
to Love, Put a
yes.
Ring on It. Do you do Family or Fiance?
Actually, working on something with that behind the scenes. Too.
No problem. Listen, it's not a thing. It's
Look
not
at
a problem.
your
The only
face.
reason why I ask is because
all
I was
of
going to
them.
say we could talk a little bit about it because this season has been very interesting of Family or Fiance. The Circle's coming back September the 8th. Okay.
Yep, I love that show because it's quick. I can do the circles like 3 or 4 episodes. You do one show. It's like you done with the season in 2 weeks. I love the
Right.
circle. I
Okay.
love it.
All right. So if you thank you, Eb. Eb dropped the
Thank
channel.
you, Mama.
Her link is right there. We're gonna keep dropping it as we go through because again, if you guys are not already subscribed, You guys are going to want to check her out. Because the other thing I love about her channel is, baby, she gets the tea. Okay?
All of it.
She
Our
gets,
cup runneth over.
She does interviews. She interviews a lot. Like Ready to Love, I feel like you done interviewed the whole cast for the last 2 seasons, okay? She does the interviews over there for Ready to Love. We see what we're going to talk about, Put a Ring on It in a minute. She has been doing a lot of stuff with Put a Ring on It this season, but she also did last season. She interviewed all of the people from last season. So it didn't just start because it's been such a sensational season. And so definitely make sure that y'all are checking her out. If you enjoy the interviews and getting all that tea, she even follows the social media. When they get to fighting on social media, baby, she brings you the receipts. Okay,
I don't follow none of them niggas because I don't need them.
You know what? I follow them to a certain extent, but I don't follow them like that. Like I be missing. Listen, I be missing half that stuff. I said, when did they fight? When did that happen?
The girls
sometimes
are fighting.
You said
everybody's fighting right now.
Listen. So let's just go ahead and jump into a feat first. Let's talk about Put a Ring on It. Now, again, I'm telling y'all now, if you watch Put a Ring on It, I'm telling you, you're going to want to subscribe to Kamisha because she keeps us up to date on all the goings-ons that is going on. We know we only have one more episode and then we got the reunion coming up. And y'all know, like I know, that the reunion gets juicy because people had an opportunity to watch the season. Because remember, if you follow, I saw Lexi, she did a live and she was like, listen, I'm watching this in real time like y'all are. So he had to confess to me that he cheated because he knew it was going to be on the show, but I didn't see the conversation. I didn't know how everything had fallen out. So now that they've had a chance to see the whole show, because now we're going to get to this in a second, but now I'm got my side eye over here on Eric and Jessica. And what I said in my review this week was, Eric, you trying to be Darien 2.0. Like,
you talking about the tube socks and the Walmart robes,
right? In the salt cave, honey, the salt cave. Child, okay.
God.
Said Abby got you watching the boys fight.
Listen, the shenanigans.
Look, exactly.
What get me is that's not even a TV show. That's just the real life niggas fighting.
Oh, that's just real people fighting on YouTube.
It's just real people
I need to be put on game on this one now, okay?
Yeah, she tried to explain it to me and I still was confused. Look,
the red pill community is fighting.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Xavier said, I follow them and miss half the shit until Kamisha posts a video. Okay.
Listen, I be sitting there waiting like this.
Right. So let's talk about we're on episode 9. We know next week decisions have to be made. Now we started with 3 couples and we down to 2 because we know we're gonna get to Lexi and Darien in a minute, but we know what happened with that. If you watch the show, you know what happened with that. But let's talk a little bit let's start with Sean and Laronda because they seem to be the least problematic as far as the explosion. I think they're problematic. I think they got some issues. But as far as the sensationalism of the show. So Sean and Laronda, they're a couple. Sean is an aspiring entertainer, so that means his money's a little funny. Laronda seems like she's a little more stable, make a little bit more coin. And my issue with Sean is I feel like he is emotionally manipulative.
Oh, okay, wow. Oh, you okay? I kind of can see where you're going with that.
I feel like Laronda has allowed herself, because let me be clear, she has allowed herself to be kidnapped emotionally by Sean. And so what I mean by, and I'm gonna get y'all opinion, but what I mean by that is, you notice in those first 2 episodes, when she went on those first 2 dates, I feel like she was interested in those guys and wanted a second date, but she allowed her fear of Sean's reaction to dictate her decision. Now, I'm not saying it's all his fault. She allowed it to happen. The other thing was, remember how he acted when she went on that first date? That man acted like he was going to have a whole breakdown. I mean, who physically throws up?
Him.
Well, I mean, okay. It's out there. I will admit that. But I did a little research because I wanted to know about the anxiety. And people have anxiety, does it really actually make them physically ill? And I got some yes and I got some no's. So I don't know. I mean, it was out there for me. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that part, I was like, wow. I mean, I understand being upset, but to physically get ill. So I don't know. It's a lot though. I don't know.
Abby?
I don't think he was faking it. And I do know that people with anxiety, it can make you physically, it has physical ramifications on the body. My thing is with this young man, like, he don't know how to act in a relationship because he ain't never been in a relationship where he has been faithful.
Mm-hmm.
So now that all of this is coming up, he just out there lost in the sauce, just free balling it, trying to figure out what the hell to do. And because anytime he has dated a woman, it has turned into or morphed into a whole relationship situation. So now that they like, oh no, you can date this person and it's not cheating. He don't know how to do that. He doesn't know how to process it. And I also want to say, can we normalize cutting off toxic relationships? You don't have to have. If there's somebody toxic in your life and you cut off that relationship, regardless of who that person is, it is okay. Not even if they're like your mother, your father, hell, it could be your kids. If they are toxic and the relationship is toxic, to protect yourself and your peace, please back away. You don't have to be in relation with that person. No matter what society says that you have to do, you don't have to continue to put up with that.
Well, that's what I said in my review this week. And again, I don't feel like what Dr. Nicole was telling them, because she sort of in the end let him know, like, you don't have to, like, you can resolve your relationship with your father without having any type of reconciliation with him. And but I feel like LaRonda and Jessica were both trying to tell these people, these men, that they had to have a relationship with their parents because they were their parents. And I'm like, but they don't. And it's okay. Like, when, and I guess because I saw it in my own family, on a smaller scale, because I didn't have anybody in my family playing the NFL or anything, but I definitely saw a situation where we had a weird mother and son dynamic where the mother absolutely expected the son to take care of them. And it was like, no matter what I do, it is not enough. And it doesn't matter that I have my own family. It doesn't matter that I have children to take care of. You think that at the end of the day, I am here to basically take care of you the rest of my life. And it was a very toxic relationship. And it was a lot of levels to it. And so when I see these things, Sean saying, listen, my father was abusive to my mother, and I'm not okay with that. I had to watch that. I had to deal with that trauma. And it doesn't sound like he's reconciled or he's much of a better guy now. That's what it sounds like. And for those women to, in my opinion, be forcing them to try to build a relationship, I don't think that was fair. And I don't think that was the assignment either,
Right.
I felt that same way about, what's that show where the guy was Samoan and he was married to the
90 Day Fiance child.
Yeah, and he was married to the woman and he had kids, but his mama he was like, I can't afford to send you any money. And his mama was like, well, you have to take care of me and put me in front of your wife and kids.
Oh, Lord.
So my wife and kids supposed to be out here struggling, starving because I'm sending you money, even though I've told you I can't afford to do that. No, sir. At that point, you have to say, this is where your self-preservation kicks in. It's either you or me, and I'm going to have to choose me. I love you, but I cannot continue to do this because clearly you're not going to change. I have told you time and time again, I cannot do this. What you are doing is toxic and it's hurting me, your child, who you claim to love so much, and you refuse to change your behavior or do anything different. So therefore, I can no longer do this with you, and I'm just going to have to cut it off. And at that point, if you need to go sit on somebody's sofa to deal with the trauma of having a toxic parent, then that's so that you do not continue that toxicity in your other relationships and with your children, then that's what you need to do. And make sure that you are okay. But you do not have to continue to accept this person's toxicity and their bad behavior in your life just because they're your parents. Nobody said get nasty. Nobody said disrespect them and cuss them out or do anything like that. But you need to set a boundary and keep it, even when they don't respect the boundary. I'm going to have to back away. I can't do this with you anymore. I can't participate in this toxic relationship. I have showed you how I need to be loved. I don't like the way that you love me. Therefore, I don't want to participate in it anymore. So I'm going to have to take a step back.
100%.
And you can't force that relationship. I know everybody wants you to have, oh, that's your mama, that's your daddy, but still,
I understand that
first. They say help yourself before you can help anybody else.
Well, as far as Sean is concerned, I mean, like someone said in the chat, both him and Eric had issues as far as their parents are concerned, and I did feel bad for Laronda in the beginning because I felt like, just like ReallyBTV said, that she was interested. I felt like, and I forgot which one it was, but she didn't keep going with it because the man literally got sick. And then even in the episode, you know, when she said I'm gonna go on the 4th date, he looked at her, and I'm just like, bro, like. It's part of the process. Let her date to get back to you. Obviously, you both decided to come on this show because you needed a little more than whatever you're doing at home wasn't working. So you decided to do this unconventional route, whatever, which I think is, put a ring on it, to me, is such a different show that you have to date someone else to figure out if you still want to be with that person.
It's a bad idea. It's a bad concept. And just like I said in season 1, when they put what the concept of the show out, somebody is going to and has been hurt by this situation. I do not understand why they thought that, oh, we're having problems in our relationship. Let's introduce strangers into our relationship to see if we can fix our. What? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It's a bad idea. I personally will never go on a show like this. I'm too territorial. I cannot do that. I cannot see, just like Alexa, when Kai was holding his hand when he was walking out the restaurant, and she was like, oh no, we're not doing that. She better than me, because I would have got up and removed their hands from each other.
Oh, I would have got up too. I would have got up too, because to me, at that moment when I was watching that scene, she was already going overboard. She was already doing too much. See, that's the thing about it with Kai. Even behind the scenes, on the scene, whatever, he does too much. To me, you are like, I hate to say this and I hate to say it, but she didn't know her place. And I call this, like I say, a side piece of macaroni and cheese. You are not the chicken, baby. You are the biscuit. You are the gravy. Know your place, sweetness. Period.
You're the biscuit. She said you are not the piece of chicken.
You know what I'm trying to say. Look.
I love it. I'm sorry, that thing took me. She said you are not the piece of chicken, darling. Oh my God. Listen, and I felt the same way. I thought I was overreacting because she struck me wrong. Just like baby girl from season 1 who was dating Dark Chocolate Boy, who was an idiot. I can't remember his name.
Oh, either. I know you're talking about. I was gonna do an interview with her.
When he was dating that girl, I feel like Kai is her 2.0 turned up. Like, I feel like
Kai came on the show. In my opinion, because I even said it in my review, I was like, I don't know if production is putting a battery in their back this season to rev up the drama, but Kai came on high. I mean, I feel like Kai came on like
she came on. Well, I could take him if I want to.
Yes,
that's the vibe she was giving out, and I can take your life if I want to. What are you talking about, daughter?
Not life.
Because with the wrong person, that's how far it can get.
Yes,
right.
They playing with people's relationships, and at this point, with the people they picking and not maybe necessarily giving them the correct background and medical and psychological evaluation, and even sometimes people can hide it until it's too late. You could be playing with somebody's life. I don't this whole thing, this whole concept to me screams, this is a mistake. Don't do this.
Right. A part of me fears that Laronda is scared to leave Sean for fear of what he may or may not do.
Like he gonna kill himself.
And I feel
like he gonna be like, I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm not trying to go dark or nothing like that. But
right.
There's a part of me that and that's what I mean when I talk about that emotional manipulation. Because even there have been times when she's talking about whether she wants to go out on another date, and there have been times when he's looked at her and been like, you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to go out on another date. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's that, you know what I mean? Or it's been times when he just looks at her. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? But so the prediction is, the question is, do you think that she's going to, because we know he's going to propose, child, but do you think she will accept his proposal?
I don't know. She may accept it for the show. Just some people accept in public because they don't want to embarrass the other person. I think she may accept for the show. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to end up married.
Right. Kamisha?
I'm sorry. What I was going to say was, what is the name of the guy that she was dating, the last one?
I forget his name, but
the big.
I like him. He was big. I want to find him. He was cute.
Yes. Somebody sent me something where there was a live. I don't know if it was on Laronda's channel, but when they flashed the phone around the room, you see everybody in the room. He was there, but it was real quick. I just
because it's like a whole watch party Friday night, right?
Yeah, well, all I know that they were
invited to the watch party. Let's not.
Well, I thought about that too. I did, but it was so quick, like, and he was just kind of like, I was like, why? He was looking like that.
Xavier, that don't mean nothing. Him following Louis doesn't mean anything. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Don't do that.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Because I think for the purposes of the show, like Abby said, she'll accept the proposal, but where will they be by the reunion is the question.
It's only a month in between the end of the show. Like, was it a May and then it's July, whatever it is. I feel like there's not going to be a whole lot of change from what we saw on the actual show compared to the reunion. But the problem is they took the reunion too early. Because all the tea, everything was spilled after the reunion was already filmed already. So it's going to look fake to us because of all the recent events of the last month or so. It's going to look crazy to us because it's going to look like, whatever's going to be happening. I do believe
for them to address all the foolishness that's been happening and the whirlwind that's been happening, but then this is filmed before any of this has jumped off. Now, maybe, I don't know.
I feel like
you can't, just because he is following him on social media, that's because he can't believe some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth. That doesn't necessarily mean that he agrees with everything that he posts or is in agreement with anything that he posts. We all follow problematic people. That doesn't mean we agree with them.
And sometimes you follow somebody and just don't go through the energy of unfollowing them. Like,
exactly.
I'm still subscribed to people on YouTube who I know I ain't looked at a video in forever. You just don't go through the energy of unsubscribing. I mean, I don't always.
Well, I did. I had my reasons.
That's a different, yeah. And again, I'm not saying I've never unsubscribed. I'm just saying there are people that I'm just like, oh damn, I'm subscribed to them. Okay. So I mean, there are people that that I follow from other shows, and when the show's off the air, I never go back and unfollow them. It is what it is.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, but yeah, so there's that. I feel like when you're doing a show like this where so much is done in a silo, I don't think it's fair to do the reunion before everybody sees everything.
Yeah, they tape it too early. They always have. I don't know why they tape it so. I don't know. They think that the tea, and that's the thing about it with OWN. They want to be the one to report the tea. The problem is that we report the tea and they don't like it. And they want to be the ones that get that coin. They want to be the ones that post, such and such, and think about it, we get it too quick. So they tape the reunion way too fast. And they did the post the reunion to me or record it, I would say, like now. Before the last 3 shows, maybe even 4, I'll say, tape it then because all kind of stuff happens. When the taping is done, is when they act a fool. Every show that you watch. They act crazy once the camera's done. Oh, I got this to say. Oh, I went back because the thing about it, they send them tapes. They'll send them like, here's episode 1, 2, 3. So when they say they watch it in real time, it's true. They don't know what's going on. It's like with myself. If I do an interview or anything, I just record bunches of tape. So on does, they just have a bunch of stuff recorded, and then they go through and edit. So they watch and they go back and say, "Well, you said that on the balcony." You know, and then it's rare. You know, they fight.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying, like, there needs to be like you said, we need to have seen. It's one thing when it's an ensemble type cast where the majority of the scenes are done in groups, like, you know, the Married to Medicines or the Real Housewives type situation, where not every single thing you see, we know that there's still things that you don't see, but by the time they film the reunion, you've seen 90% of the season. So there may be a few little odds and ends that you didn't quite get. But for the most part, you know what was said, who said what you liked and what you didn't like. And I feel like we are done a disservice, and so are they, because they're speaking on a conversation and not having all of the information. So
that's 100%.
So let's move on to Jessica and Eric. Now, my opinion about Jessica and Eric, listen, I ain't never going to be the one to tell you to break up with somebody unless it's a physical, you know, a violent situation. Listen, if you like it, I love it. Even if he's cheating on you, that's your business. If you know he's cheating and you have all of the facts laid out and you make a decision to stay, baby, if you like it, I love it. Okay? But Eric and Jessica, I never got the feeling that they were in love with each other. I got the feeling that they loved each other. Mm-hmm. I got the feeling that he appreciated that he had a nice looking woman on his arm. I feel like she appreciated that she had a guy with a pretty bank account on her arm, but I never got the impression that they were madly in love. And the more you hear him talk, it doesn't even sound like he really respects her a whole lot.
We don't like her.
wait, not.
He don't like her. He don't like himself because he won't refuse to break up with their hairline. He don't like a lot of things.
Oh my God.
Like,
oh my God.
I need him to show up. Listen, that's all I'm looking forward to with the reunion. I just want to know, is he bald? Did he let it go?
No, but he's from Beijing, so it's colored in or something, some crayon, something, some hair dye, some just for men, something.
Somebody said Beijing on my channel. I said, y'all need to stop it.
Beijing is a thing for a reason. Get that black hair paint spray and spray it on the and cover it and fill it in, baby, because you look crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm okay. I have not addressed this man's hairs. I just said I can't because I don't know. Some men don't want, like, you know how women don't want to let go with the fact that they're getting older, they're losing, whatever. Men are the same exact way. They do not want to admit that they're getting bald, and it makes them feel like they've gotten older. It's probably why he wants to have another baby again. All that fall for the same head, and it's like, bro, just go bald because we rock bald better than any race. So I don't understand the problem.
Xavier, that is way too broad of a statement to make. Exactly. That is so not true. That is so not.
That's not true.
That is
okay. Well, no, Xavier. I understand being broad, but Xavier is on some truth on that. If you watch football husbands and how they treat their wives has been a thing for over 20 years. There was even a reality show about it at one point in time that the way they treat their girlfriends and wives is like trash. You know, I'm not saying this is 100% true.
To make it seem like all of them do it. I feel like, yes, are there a group of fuck boys in the NFL? Of course. Just like in the NBA, just like in Major League Baseball, just like in soccer, just like in tennis, hell, in golf. I mean, look at Tiger Woods. So we know that it exists, but I just feel like it's just a broad statement to make it seem like, don't know football players love their wife. Like, I just think that's a broad statement.
Right.
But,
no, I understand.
I mean, we know that the fuck boy syndrome is real. Like, we know it's real.
Facts.
So,
facts.
But
Julia, you allow that nigga to treat you like trash because you don't want to get off the gravy train. Fuck that nigga and what he talking about. Don't allow.
When they talked about when she cheated on him, well, whatever, cheated, whatever they want to break, whatever, and she left him and went to another professional ball player. And I'm not saying that makes her anything one way or the other. I'm just saying that it gave me a interesting perspective into their relationship.
You talking about Eric? Yeah. The circumstances around it was because the thing about it with her dating him, they were talking before the break. her and the ball player were having conversations on IG. So that made it really bad because y'all weren't even on a break. Now, once you got on a break, then you started seeing him. So then it looked to Eric like, well, you wanted him before the break. You wanted him anyway. So that's where and then even after the fact, when they got back together, she was still, well, allegedly, she changed the number. And I'm sorry, he changed his number because she blocked him. And then he ended up FaceTiming her on a new number. And I guess Eric found out about it, and she was like, I didn't know. I just answered the phone. I mean, if it's an unknown call, I'm not about to answer no FaceTime as an unknown call. I don't know who you are, but I mean,
see, I said the same thing. Now, every day she be answering unknown
and on FaceTimes, I've answered unknown because I had changed my number. I changed my number, and I know all of my friends and family don't have my new number. So just like my best girlfriend Daphne, she FaceTimed me. I don't know her number by heart to know it was her, and I answered it. It was her FaceTiming me.
She would have had to leave a message. Because she would have had to leave a message. I'm not answering.
We're sorry. You have reason number.
Like, text me and let me know it's you, okay? Give me time to put you in my phone, okay?
Look, I don't know who you are calling me, okay?
I don't know you. I don't know these people. I don't know you. I knew this woman. I don't know these people. But
yeah, that's my favorite thing to say. I don't know that person, period.
Right. So I feel like, honestly, Jessica and Eric, from the beginning of this process, I feel like both of them was on some get back shit. I feel like it was a game for them. I feel like Jessica was trying to make Eric jealous. I don't think Eric was trying to make Jessica as jealous. I don't think it was, but I feel like Jessica was straight up just trying to get his attention and make him jealous. And the more he started talking about what he liked in those other women, the more in her feelings I feel like she got. Because I feel like some of the stuff he said, I do feel like it hurt.
Okay, gotcha. Wow.
What did you see with the two of them?
I mean, the thing about it, I felt like that she was hurt throughout this whole entire, because she posted today or yesterday about the conversation that she had about being adopted, which I put on her post. I feel like it's a lot of courage. I had no idea she was adopted, but it explained a lot. She's very emotional throughout the whole entire series. Everything made her so upset. And I know people probably said she made a big deal about the Mother's Day. And I'm a mom and I got kids. And I remember when I was married, baby, if Mother's Day came around and I didn't see no flower on the table or no eggs on the table, it's going to be a bad day for everybody. So when she made the statement about the Mother's Day, I got it. People was like, why is she crying? You can't see her kids. Another one I understood. If I'm ever on a reality show, unless my children, it's a family show, you're not going to see my kids.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. So why would you expect to see her children? Right. Last season, when Che and Michael was having all of that conversation about his son, at no point did his son pop up on the show, nor was anybody expected to see his son. So while we get to this season and Jessica say something about her kids and some ridiculous people is talking about where her kids at, why we don't see her kids, why the fuck would you expect to see her kids on a goddamn game? What the?
It didn't make no sense.
Use your common sense and sit down and shut up.
Thank you. Several seats. It made no sense at all.
To see Darian's little outside babies.
Why?
No.
I'm with you.
Not the break babies.
Yeah, I'm always fine with not seeing people's children on the show, like you said, especially if they are not pertinent to the storyline. I don't understand why people expect that. Okay,
right.
But I didn't have a problem with how she acted for Mother's Day. The problem I had was the way he acted when he felt like he was supposed to get some sort of kudos because he did something the day after Mother's Day. Well, she didn't take the consideration. She didn't appreciate what I did. What? Because it was the day after Mother's Day? No.
Yeah. It's the day after Mother's Day, and I had to say something to you, my nigga.
Right.
Or you to do something.
Well, you know, he don't call his own mama.
You know, I'm a mother 365 days of the year. The one day that I don't ask for you to be acknowledging me as a mother the other 364 days. But on this day,
acknowledge that I am a mama, though. He don't call his own mama. Why would he take that?
I wish the nigga I lay down next to at night and get up and wash his funky ass drawer.
And then you turn around and want me to have another baby.
He looked like the kind that lays on the floor.
Right, exactly.
And then I'm cleaning your house and cooking you food, my nigga. And I'm And it's mother, you act like you can't see me on Mother's Day. And
Right.
Jessica seems like the type that she's really into like Mother's Day, Father's Day, stuff like that.
Yes,
So I know
yes.
she does something beautiful for you
I'm
on
sure
Father's
Probably,
Day.
does.
She seems
probably.
like that's the type of person she is. And for you to get your first of all, nigga, I would have roundhouse kicked
But
him
what?
in.
Hold on. Does that mean that he don't know his woman? Do you not know your woman? That it just the same the characters that you just mentioned, that she probably is about that type of holiday. He probably wake up to a ring or dinner, or we're going out, or we're going on a
Right,
trip, or
breakfast
whatever it
in
is.
bed, and babe, do what you
Yes,
want to do. It's
yes.
Father's Day. You get a card, you get a gift, everything to show. She makes sure she probably coordinated with the kids that he do get. Make sure that they
Probably
got a
do.
gift for their daddy, even if she had to buy it and then sign their name to it or whatever, to make sure that he knows that he's appreciated as a father. And for you to give that girl your ass to kiss, like, are you? What's wrong with you?
Listen.
I thought he didn't like her for the first. Like, I swear to God, I thought he didn't like her for the first. I was like, well, dang! Like the first conversation, the best conversation I ever had. She made me the best meal. She poured me the best drink. Oh, okay, I still love you. You pretty. I'm like, he treated her to me like someone said in the chat, like that's somebody a jewelry or some piece of candy on her arm. Every time he met somebody, I don't give a care what they said. They could have put a napkin on his hand. No one has ever touched me like that. And Jessica's sitting right there. I'm like, bro, I would have probably walked out a long time ago. You don't need me here. You just go on your
I
date.
would have picked up my
And then you
purse
turn
and walked past
around.
him and make sure my purse hit him in the face on the way.
Right. And then you turn around and want another baby? No, sir.
No, sir, absolutely not, because I don't trust you.
No, sir.
I don't trust
So
you.
do y'all think he went too far on this last
Yes.
date?
Yes.
Kamika?
How very dare. Listen, I haven't even seen the whole episode. I just saw him laying in a bed in a satin robe with another broad that was not Jessica. My nigga, I don't give a damn what this show is supposed to be. You know that you are in a relationship, and at no point should you be laying around on somebody's bed in a satin robe with anybody who is not me. So yes, sir, you wrong. He'd have got an uppercut in the two.
I mean, he was all up in the chest area.
Right.
I was like, what is that?
Can
you do right by
Why do
me?
you think that's appropriate though?
He was literally laying in her lap, rubbing her
He
booty.
wasn't in her lap. He was all up in her bosom. That's where he was
Right.
at. He was right here. You couldn't even see his face. All you saw was the shiny top part of his head. That's all you saw.
Mind you, that was after they met with Dr. Nicole, and she made it clear that she had a problem with the fact that this woman touched on him.
Yes.
Well, baby, you got a problem with the wrong person. Who you have a problem with is your nigga, who is also touching back. Let's start there.
But
let's start with the problem really is.
Wait, let me ask y'all a question.
The problem is you on this show.
Hold on. The part when they went on the date the first time or the second time or whatever, and she brought the cup out and say, "You drink it out of me." What was that? Somebody please explain that.
Her dominance.
Like,
because she knows the way he talking about this girl, her spidey sense started tingling. So when this bitch showed up, she was like, okay, let me just, because clearly you think this is
it wouldn't have moved.
This
me
is
at
not
all.
that, and I am not one of those. So let me be
Pour
very
me
clear
another
about
drink,
what
please. I'll say, pour me another drink, honey. You don't intimidate me, sweetie. Pour me another drink so I can drink some more of you and your man. Now what? I mean, like,
first of all, you can't. I like this coming to the people's house. Seems very.
I don't like that.
So I don't. With
dangerous.
I don't like it. It comes
dangerous.
off very disrespectful. How you enter into somebody's home and how you acting. Yeah.
And that's what Hollywood said, that when him and Lexia went live a few weeks ago, he said that was the one thing that really bothered him about the production, was the fact that they had these people coming to his house. He said, I had a real problem with these men coming in my home. And remember, I said that even going back to last season, that I mean, I get it, you making a show, but I feel like that was some disrespectful shit too.
Because it was their real house. That's their real house. You come in my house to take my man out. What are you doing?
Exactly. Like,
whatever, vice versa, whatever.
Right. I will send him outside, but what you won't do is cross this threshold. Like it looked like Sean did last week when he closed the door in old boy face.
Child, that was funny to me. He's like, oh, she'll be right out.
He closed that door.
I want to know. I got the ring. I would have talked to the speaker. Please step away from the door, please.
Right.
Please step away from the door.
Walk up in here.
Yet another reason why I'm not gonna be on this show, because you can't come into my house talk about you finna take my man on a date. What you finna take from here is a concussion, broad.
Look,
get away from my house.
Your date left. What happened? I had a conversation. She said she didn't want to go out with you. I don't know what happened. She gone.
Well,
I dragged her out in the car.
She gone. But then he opened the door and let him in. Sean closed the door and was like, "She'll be right out," and then
walked up the stairs and left. He didn't come back. He was like, "Your date outside."
I was like, "Oh my god, that was some key stuff, though."
Okay, he was doing his Adele "Hello from the Other Side." Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Not hello.
Listen, China. That's how I feel, because I said the same thing about this dude that's taking old girl out on these dates. I was like, I don't know about him that's taking Jessica out. Something about him is real
stalkery.
Yeah.
Did he cry?
Huh?
The last guy, when Jessica asked he got very emotional.
He looked like he was kind of choked up.
I was like, how many dates do they actually have? Because I said, maybe I missed the beat. I thought they just had a couple of dates, because when she said, if I don't see you again, how are you going to feel about it? And I think he got emotional and saying, you made me believe.
He got choked up.
Yeah.
Exactly, Shawana. Even on the first date, under normal circumstances, you don't know my address. No, ma'am. No, sir. We meeting at the spot. I'm driving my car. You driving your car, because I don't know you like that.
That's how it's supposed to go. Not my house.
I understand back in the day, we would come and pick you up from your house, but we don't play them games no more. No.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a direct violation, and it's also scary because the way this season is set up, it's like a danger zone. So
yeah, because I really feel like that dude that like Jessica, I don't know if he's gonna be okay with walking away. So does Eric propose and does Jessica accept? And again, I know we already talked about the fact that this was filmed, a long time ago, but does Eric propose and does Jessica accept?
I am going to say yes and yes, because they have to have two good outcomes for the trash ball garbage fire that's buried in the
because of what the implosion of Darien.
So I feel 100%. Like yes and yes. Like they was like, just do it. Y'all don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all ain't gotta stay together, but
y'all gotta stay together, but for the option, and that's why I think that they filmed the reunion when they do, because OWN is going to control the narrative of all of this, because they know not everybody follows them on Instagram and stuff. Not everybody is watching our reviews or watching Kamisha interviews with the people from the cast. They are only watching the show and the show only. So they might not even introduce any of the drama into the reunion just so they can continue the narrative so they can continue to do this show, even though it is a train wreck and a bad damn idea.
Mm-hmm. And they better be careful, because every year they turn up. The first season, they got close. This season, somebody cheated. What's gonna happen next season? Somebody gonna get hit in the face? I'm just saying.
Might be.
I mean, what's gonna happen next season? Because they got turned up. Some people said it was a little too boring last year. I'm just being honest. So then now this year, everybody's saying, "Oh, it's so much drama. It's turned up. It's lit." So what's gonna happen next year? They're gonna decide it's okay if you hit them. It's all right. I'm just saying, how far is it gonna go?
Take your fists.
I know what you're saying. I'm gonna say this. I feel like yes, he's gonna propose. She's gonna accept, and I feel like you said, I think by the time the reunion airs, they're gonna be doing just like Hollywood and Ashley did last year, putting up a nice little social media post, basically saying we've agreed to go our separate ways. Thank you at this time for understanding. I really do. I feel the same way.
Yep.
I feel the same way. But I want to say this before we move on to the dumpster fire that is Darien and Lexi. I do want to say this to Jessica. I want to commend her for sharing her story, and I want to tell her thank you for sharing your story. You opened yourself up to a lot of criticism, a lot of ridicule, in sharing that your mom, was a dancer. Now, some people said that I don't remember her saying her mom was a prostitute, but I do remember her talking about her mom being a dancer. And
I don't remember that either.
I don't, right. But people be putting 20
on 20.
Yes. Yes.
The fact that you spoke on, your mom's past and how that led you sort of into a world of you were a dancer as well. I also, I commend the fact that you spoke on the fact that your aunt adopted you because your father's family was racist. Your mama slept with a black man and the family wasn't here for it, but that your aunt did take you in. So I commend her for sharing her story. I do, because it takes a lot to open yourself up, and I'm sure
Yes.
ridicule that we saw what the backlash she got on social media. People can be cruel, people can be full of shit. And so if you ever see this, I just want you to know that thank you for sharing your story, and I respect that. And it is what it is. Like, I don't shame nobody for making a honest day's living. Like, it is what it is, child.
Thanks. I agree 100%.
Now let's get to this dumpster fire that is Darien and Lexi. Listen,
I'm tired already.
Look,
there are so many layers to this story that I don't even know where to begin. But let's just start at the end and work our way back, I guess. Well, no, let's start. Anyway, Darien and Lexi were the third couple. Darien is one half of the rap group Field Mob. Lexi is a former WNBA player. They've been together off and on for 14 years. Sounds like in the off and on parts may vary depending on who you talk to, but off and on. And we found out that Darien actually slept with one of the women that he was paired up with on the show. Now, from the very beginning, it's been, we see that this woman was bringing a lot to the table, Miss Kai. She was doing a lot and bringing a lot to the table. Lexi didn't trust, and I feel like it wasn't so much Lex, it was just the situation itself. Well, hey, one of Kamisha's crew up in the house. Hey, is it Messiah?
it's Misha. It's actually Misha. Same as my name, and that crazy, but spelled differently. It's Misha. She's also a blogger as well.
Misha. Okay, my bad. I made up a whole name for you, baby. I love you though.
Thank you, baby.
I'll be making up names for people. No disrespect. No disrespect. But I want to say, so we found out via Kamisha reviews, I know that's what I found out, that he definitely has some other skeletons in the closet. These women have spoken out. Y'all can go check out the interviews over on her channel and get all of that tea. But last week, or the week before last, Kai let it be known she let the cat out the bag, which forced Darien to have to tell Lexi what happened. And eventually we saw the whole conversation last week, and they're no longer quote unquote on the show, but child, they still on the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Abby because I know she's gonna cuss him out, and then I'm gonna let Kamisha speak on it. Abby, go ahead, ma'am. You have the floor.
Okay. I would just like to say, you homeless, crack smoking, coke sniffing, bad credit, no rent paying, community dick nigga, you had the nerve to come down to Oprah's TV station and show your ass like this. How dare you? How very dare you? As homeless, living in and off of anybody that you can't that's stupid enough to take you in. Then want to act like people know who you are just because you had one song in 1976 that was popping. Boy, if you don't get somewhere and sit, I didn't even know what a field mob was until the show started.
She said, not my year 76.
You at the studio. Ain't no music coming out the studio.
Not the year I was born, Jesus.
Got 15 bottom bitches trying to play cap to save a home.
Oh my God.
Beyonce's good internet on behalf of you showing your ass on national TV because you don't know how to keep your dick to yourself. Because you could tell your usefulness of Miss Alexa was coming to the end. So you decided to dick down Kai because she looked like a better option for you. And then didn't think anybody was going to find out. And then you decided you wasn't sure and you was going to backtrack it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to go back to Alexi. And Kai was like, oh, no, nigga, what you not going to do is play me for a fool on down to Oprah's TV station. No, you're not. So she want to tell everybody that y'all was fucking.
She did.
You done had 2 babies on this girl. She done quit playing the WNBA to come back here to try and be up underneath your little ridiculous ass for what? I don't know. Ain't no way in the world your dick is that good that you has got all of this shit is going on. You just free with it. You just free. Then you niggas is steady crying. Oh, you can't turn no hoe into no housewife. You can't turn community dick and a felon into a husband either. Don't get your ass somewhere and sit down and get your life together. You moved your mama, your kids into on that other poor woman unsuspectingly, had them all in that woman's house. You wasn't paying for nothing.
Nothing.
You do get a little $50 check from that one song that you had. The money gone the same day. You ain't paid.
Georgia. Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it.
And now you in and out the bathroom every 34 seconds, and then your mouth is twitching, and you're looking on the floor for crack. You think you dropped. Nobody has time for that.
Not the sugar corns is on the floor. You don't know which one it is. No, not that. Confusing it. Whole thing.
Sorry.
That's a lot.
I don't know who raised you, but they need to shrink you back down and shove you back into your mama so you can start again. Because you done fucked the whole thing up. Shrink him down.
Oh,
He needs to recreate his whole life again, okay?
And then have the nerve to be married this whole time.
Allegedly.
No, he's 2017. Allegedly 2017.
Allegedly.
Oh, my crews are coming in here. Hey, Luck.
Hey, everybody coming through. What's up? Welcome. So
I would just like to say, with all the sincerity in my heart and soul, nigga, go sit the fuck down somewhere. I almost said something. I almost invited you to suck an imaginary part of my body, but I'm not even going. I'm gonna bring it back in. But nigga, please go sit down somewhere. Until you fix yourself, you are going to ruin every woman that you come in contact with. And you are broken, sir. Go sit yourself down somewhere. You're infecting everybody that you come in contact with.
Until you do right by me.
Everything that you need to think about. The grave you plan for me is the one you gonna ride in, sir.
Oh God, we were right there on it. Y'all were on it.
All right. Okay, Kamisha, go on.
Hold on. I gotta go put my shoes on because I gotta go to church.
I didn't know if I could even stay with that. Jesus.
Right. I got a story.
I don't know what's left.
All right. Let me go ahead and break this down. This man cannot handle a woman, period. And I told him that, and I will say it again for everybody that can listen to me and everybody in the back. He cannot handle any woman that can be independent and do for himself, because all he wants to do is use the women. I don't give a care what nobody say. It was easier for him to have his bills paid, to have Dina take care of him, book his stuff and everything else when he was strung out this entire time. And nobody was talking about it. Everybody has been protecting him this entire time. The women, family, whatever. I do believe this is why we only have Georgia, because you couldn't put it down. You couldn't put it down. It was calling you. It was calling you. Okay. It was too important. It was too important to you that you couldn't get your coins together. So the community peen that you think is made of gold is actually crispy and burnt up. And did we not hear people saying that somebody got burnt? I don't understand why this is still even a thing to be even putting yourself in your body with. I don't understand it. Me, it's like the alien thing. You just putting it, the alien come on. Why would you put that inside of you? This thing been in all over the world. This fool act like he ludicrous. I got hoes all over the world. Like, please go sit down somewhere, okay?
Right. I got hoes in different area codes, honey.
The thing about it is the women are coming out speaking against him and for him. People are saying it's almost like a cult following. Is what people are telling me. It's like a cult following because so many women are speaking on
that with one young lady. I'm not gonna call no names. I'm just saying we saw an example of that. Oh.
I'm getting screamed at by a 2-year-old.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess he told you.
He got you together. Look.
I can't. That was Scooter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I hope that the brave face that Lexi is putting on social media is real. I know it's still fresh and I know it's new, and her having to relive it and rehash it and to see the depths of it, because again, now she's seeing what went on the dates. Now she's seeing how hard that woman was pushing up on her man. Now she's seeing how deep the betrayal went. And adding to what she's finding out on social media and stuff. So again, she retweeted me. I mean, putting me on her Instagram wall today. So thank you for the shout out, Lexi. I'm definitely team Lex, but I've always liked her from that first episode. I liked her. I liked the way she carried herself. And at the end of the day, sometimes, I think she knew before she went on that show. I think she needed, I'm not going to say needed the confirmation, but sometimes we need something that pushes us forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%.
And I feel like that's kind of what she needed, was that something to push her forward. I feel like is what she kind of needed.
And it's unfortunate that she, that as women, we have to see stuff like that for that to happen. And see, all this stuff is coming out. It's a timeline. I don't think that he thought things through when he was doing his shenanigans. I don't think that he thought it through.
He go on the show. Like, sir, you have to know your business is going to be told.
Right. Because when Kyle sat there and said, oh, you didn't have a problem when you slept, and he was just like, yeah, I'm telling it right now, period. Now, I've said, I believe that Kyle's the one that told Alexia, because she blurted it out. It's just the way she spoke about it and how she looked in that exclusive scene that wasn't shown on the show that I played the audio on. It's on YouTube. She talked about it like, oh, I was told, but not by you. You didn't tell me this tea. So who was told him? The producers, which I do believe they also was involved with that as well. The messiest person on these shows is the producer. They want to get their numbers. They want to get their, like we do too. So they do messy stuff. They include Big Brother, all of them. They tell the people
the producers knew. Yes. I believe the producers knew. I believe that conversation that he had, for him to say goodbye to Kai, I believe that, because I said it and Abby said the same thing. He doesn't owe her any closure. She came on this show. She understood what it was. He doesn't owe her anything. But then when you found out what came out, I said, oh, now it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like production absolutely knew or had a strong suspicion. Because remember, these dates are way longer than what we see. Conversations go way deeper than what they show. And they see people exchanging phone numbers and social media. They see touchy-feely. They know what's up. And I believe that some things were said on a hot mic, or some touchy-feely went down. And I feel like, because remember, didn't Kai say the first time they had sex was in the car or something like that? Didn't she say it went down in the car first?
Wait, but from what is on the street, also too, that she's allegedly been to both houses, Alexia's house and the condo. I don't know how together, she said, ain't the condo my condo? That's why she felt the need to ask him, can I live with you? Because she felt like that was her place too. Because he told her that, and she believed it.
Girl, let me find out you've been in my house.
The second I found out this bra was in my house, I'm gonna need OWN to go on to pick up my bail, because I'm finna go to jail.
Yeah, I feel like that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like some stuff went down on some of them dates last year, but I feel like both people were tactful enough to keep it off the show. But I believe some stuff. I believe Ashley might have did a little bit more than what we saw, and I believe Mike might have did a little bit more than what we saw.
That was rumored about Mike. That was rumored about Mike that he did a little bit more. It is so.
I believe
that's a rumor.
I believe that I believe some things went down.
I didn't regret. I hate. I was gonna do an interview with her, and I didn't do it, and I regret that now because I swear, I regret it. Because I believe she would have came out with some tea.
I didn't like that girl.
Are they still together, Michael and Shay? Because I don't see them on.
They are. They actually have their own channel on YouTube. They got a house, everything. Yeah, they're. Yeah, they.
Is
they
the son there?
I didn't watch the.
She said, "I don't watch it."
I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw. I didn't know they had a channel. Someone said to me, "They said, hey, you know they had a channel." So I hadn't watched. I just saw they had a house and all this thing. I was like, "Oh, okay." So and they said, I don't know if it was like for a grab to make you watch it. It said something like, we're not getting married, but you know how to do that. What do you call it? The quick grab to make you watch something. Clickbait,
right?
So I didn't know if it was just clickbait, like, oh, we're not getting married, but we're getting married next year. You know, something like that.
Right.
But that's what I thought.
It probably was. Well, we're gonna wrap it up anyway. We were gonna try to do some Big Brother, but we'll have to come back and do Big Brother because Ebs has to go and Misha has to run. Listen, if you are not subscribed to Kamisha's channel, Kamisha Reviews, please make sure y'all do. She's got some stuff that she's gonna be dropping over the next couple of days, and you probably
tonight.
Well, I was trying to be, but tonight, make sure you see it.
Yes.
Misha, you bring up a good point. Misha Allen says that Leilani has a confessional and Kai had a confessional, and she finds it interesting that Kai had a confessional. We found out there was some cheating going on, so she's wondering if Leilani got something to share. I don't know. But
they'll say that for the reunion.
I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll take Big Brother out of the title, but we're gonna try to get together because Misha watches the live feed, so she be dropping two over there for that as well. All right, you guys, we're gonna wrap it up so we can let everybody get out of here and get to what they need to get to. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Every Reviews channel, please subscribe. Or Kamisha Reviews, please subscribe. All three of us are content creators and we do our thing. So check us out, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. We're gonna try to do this more often. It's just our schedules be,
Yes, Lord. Yes, I had a good time. Every had me laughing. That reading be clipped off and put it in the short.
I'm about to edit.
Clip that off and put that as a clip or short because that was.
I feel like I need to.
Please. Okay.
All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be blessed. Stay safe.
Bye.